Alright, so Caleb from the future real quick because I need to talk about something very cool. Obviously I'm in a totally different place, I have a Corvette behind me, it's a totally different video that I'm currently filming, but something big just happened and I need to go over it before we go any further. As you guys know, if you've seen in previous videos, I don't really take sponsorships, and that's because the companies that have approached me, about 10 to 15 or so in the past, were not pleasant to work with. They wanted me to sell out, essentially. They wanted me to talk great about their product, and it was like, or they wanted me to do like a completely dedicated review video, and I was just like, no, that's not really how my channel is set up. And when Stoner Car Care reached out to me and said, hey, we would like to sponsor you, I explained to them that I don't do reviews, that I do this kind of a setup video, and they were like, no, it's fine, like, do whatever you want, man, like, you're the creator, you know what's best. And so they said, let's go ahead and send you out some products, go ahead and use it, and put a link in the description of whatever product you use, mention it briefly if you want to, don't, whatever, you know, you have the freedom to do it. And I was like, really? Like, you're cool with that? And they're like, yeah, we're cool with that, you're the creator. And I was like, what a fantastic company to work with. So they sent me out some invisible glass. Everyone knows invisible glass, it's a wonderful glass cleaner. They also sent me some glass stripper and some glass ceramic coating stuff. So yeah, but because they are my very first sponsor of the channel, I really needed to make something because that's very exciting. So if you guys are interested in getting you some invisible glass, like I know most of you use, feel free to go to the description, check it out. Wonderful company to work with. What's going on, guys? It's Caleb, and today we have an F10 BMW M5 Competition in the shop for a detail. Now, if you've seen me in the past, I've done other BMWs. I've even done an E60 M5 in sapphire black metallic, which was super cool, rare, and unique, and all that stuff. But this thing's different, and I could tell just by the minute I got in it. And plus, it's owned by someone who is upstairs from my shop, so I already know all the process this car has been through, like downpipe, stage 1 tune, and all that. It's just such an awesome car because it's everything you would want in luxury and comfort. But if you really want to, turn off traction control, that 660 wheel horsepower to the rear wheels, and you could be sideways in a second. But I'm not here to drool all over this thing, we're here to get it completely corrected and coated. But before we do any kind of polisher on paint, we need to get these wheels nice and situated, as well as the calipers using P&S brake buster, as well as some assorted brushes. As you can tell from the opening shots, this car was pretty dirty and it definitely would benefit from a very thorough cleaning and hand washing before we go into any kind of decontamination. And of course, you cannot forget to get the exhaust tips cleaned. So, some chemical decontamination. This is CarPro's Tar X. As you're driving on the road and stuff, your tires are going to kick up tar and other kind of contaminants, and this is going to help that. Now, this is not an iron decontaminant, this is the other side of the spectrum. So we're going to spray this along the bottom of every panel, then go through after it's sat for a while and kind of mend it in with a towel. Now, I'll give you guys a little tip with BMWs. Usually with E-Series and stuff, you are used to popping open the hood and the paint code being right there. But with F10s, F30s, F80s, F82s, F87s, all that stuff, the paint code is actually having to be found in the door jamb or the door sill. Now, if you look here, there is a 3-digit code right here, B41. B41. Now, with that 3-digit code, you can look it up online because that is the paint code. As for this car, B41 is going to be Singapore Gray Metallic. This is a gorgeous dark color. It's going to correct and come to a beautiful gloss. Singapore Gray Metallic is a fantastic color to work with. It really is. BMW paint sucks, so I hate working on BMW paint, but this thing's gonna look amazing. But yeah, if you guys need to know whatever paint code your BMW might be, especially in the newer models, look in the door sill, you'll see a little code right there in the bottom right, 3 digits, look it up. For example, I think like Alpine White's like 300 or something like that. Just look it up, that'll help you out. Done clay barring. Let's prep for compound. Up we go. as you can see, it is pretty cut up, like there's no doubt about it. It has a healthy amount of swirls, but they're like soft to medium swirls. They're not really like deep scratches. I think there was 4 deep scratches that I just whistled when what the heck. For the rest of it's just pretty light to medium, give or take. And then of course some marring, as you saw right there on the passenger back door, that was pretty marred up. So the first step into getting this thing corrected, we're going to be cutting. We're going to be using a Meguiar's microfiber cutting pad as well as some Sonax Cut Max for the compound. I did a little test spot and it worked out great with this combination. I do end up changing it a little bit later, probably a couple minutes further down the timeline of this video, but this worked pretty good for the lighter to medium scratches. Set you up so that way we can tape up the roof and start the roof. If you look real closely right here, you'll see stuff fling everywhere, and that's exactly what happens when a little bit of water trickles out of a crevice like this. It doesn't mess anything up, but it just makes a big mess, you know, and it's very important to make sure water is blown out of every crevice, especially when it comes time to coat. It's so hard to show you guys scratches on this thing because they're not deep enough, I guess you could say, but there's a scratch there. I was going to show you guys before and after, but I don't think so. Good morning. We are on to a new day with the F10 M5. Yesterday I went ahead and got mostly the trunk top done. I got the little pop-up wing done too. I got the front end fully corrected. I got some of the side wings. I've been watching too many British YouTubers with cars. Both of the front fenders, some of those are pretty much good. By the way, I don't really know if I talked about it much yesterday, but we switched it up from the Sonax Cut Max. So with BMW paint, especially like 2012 or newer, it gets really hard. This is some pretty hard paint, and with the roof, although the Cut Max worked great, that was because there were lighter scratches. On the hood and the front bumper, like I did yesterday, they were much deeper because those are really high-end, high impact points. And the Cut Max didn't work too well, so we're gonna go ahead and change it up. We're gonna use some M105. If you watch any YouTuber detailers or any detailers in general, when it comes to newer BMWs, you'll see them a lot of the time go straight in using something like M105 or something else that's very high cutting power like Menzerna or something of the sort. So we're gonna use this stuff. Overview as to how I do doors, specifically this one. So I went ahead and took a 3-inch along the sides right here, and then a 1-inch up here by the door handle, and then now I'm going to take a 3-inch and do under, actually, you know what, no, I'm going to take a 1-inch and do under here, this curve right here, and then 3-inch, 5-inch, 1-inch. And that's how I work doors. Make sure everything is fully corrected all the way up to the trim as best as possible, as close as possible. 5-inch pad polishing instead of the 1 or 3-inch, mostly because my 1-inch polisher's batteries are on charge. 5-inch. polishing. We need to blow off the car, IPA it down, take a cocktail stick in all of the crevices, and get everything prepped to coat it. Sorry if it's loud, there's a fan right here. It's Florida in March. Time to coat it. We're going to be using the usual of what I like to use, Crystal Serum Ultra. Hopefully I can get this to focus. Very cool. After we put down a base coat, we're going to do 2 coats of Exo V4. Nice. And then obviously microfiber applicator pad that I usually use. Gloves. Oh man. Time to coat it.
car being fully coated and topped, we move on to our final day and final moments with the F10 M5. What a wonderful car to work with. It was kind of a pain in the butt to get corrected, but it polished out beautifully. It coated just awesomely. Like, talk about a really nice car. Now, due to the circumstances on the final day, I was only able to get shots from the inside of the shop. I wasn't able to pull it out. I didn't have time to get nice outside sunset type of shots like I usually like to try and do, and that's because if you look at the shirt I'm wearing in these clips and then compare that to the shirt I'm wearing in my last video with the S5, this was because I was rushing to get to Tyler's shop to get ready for this car. Just an absolutely hectic evening whenever I was finishing up this M5. I wish I had more time to get the beautiful shots, and I guarantee you this is not the last time you'll see this car because the owner of it works upstairs, and with us downstairs and them upstairs, we're like one big happy family, so I can guarantee this is not the last time you'll be seeing this car. We ended up taking it on a dyno day as well. I might make it into a shop vlog kind of ordeal, but I will tell you it made like 660 wheel horsepower, which is just so awesome. But I'm afraid I must bid you all farewell with this video. If you enjoyed it, real quick, just take a moment and show me by pressing like, and if you like car content of any of the sort, go ahead and press subscribe and ring that bell to know every single time I upload. I hope you all have a wonderful week and happy Easter as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!